Hey everyone, glad to have you back. This is the day 4 of the 100 art journal art therapy techniques on the Absconding Arts channel. My name is Jackie. So, what we're going to do today, yet again, as we've been doing, is kind of impromptu. So, nothing's really planned except for the prompt, and then maybe if I need some sort of reference link so that way I don't take up too much time finding it. The one that I'm going to do today is actually under the relaxation type of technique that a lot of art therapy can provide. And, if you're feeling a little more stressed out or mentally preoccupied by things, you don't always want to have some extravagant, detailed plan, right? So, we are going to do, pardon my horrible nails, we're going to do some finger painting. And it sounds crazy, you guys, but it actually ends up being a lot of fun. Everybody can do it. You can't tell me you don't have the right materials. They're right here. Um, and I did choose a reference photo. It's off of a photo I've actually painted before. And I did this with obviously just paintbrush. It took me a couple hours, but I just want to do a quick, rough, pretty flower finger painting based off that. And I really like the color. So it's something at least that I have laid out. But you can do it looking at anything you want, as long as you have a paint palette and you have some nifty craft paints, you are good to go. You don't need anything expensive for this. And you could even do like an abstract if you want to, if you just kind of want to see how it goes across, kind of what mood you're in, things like that. So I am just going to start by throwing some green paint on my palette because I need to make some grass and some leaves. And now don't feel like you are limited to anything that I am doing. Feel free to make your own colors. Like I'm probably going to mix a little bit too. Have fun with this. Enjoy what you are doing. And that is the whole point, is find something relaxing about this whole thing, right? And what's more fun and messy than finger painting, right? Oh, always make sure you have like a paper towel or something over here. Don't be afraid, because you're going to get paint on things if you're not prepared with that. So I'm just going to add some yellow. And that's all I'm doing. I mean, I'm just dotting back here because it's going to be like leaves and grass in the background. But feel free to do swoops. You can even do like a mad scribble. You can do little dots. I mean, however you want to do it. This is your piece of artwork. And it's supposed to be something therapeutic for you, something that by the end of it, you feel just more relaxed. So you know what? Grab a soda, grab your cup of coffee or tea, whatever you do to indulge. Put on some good jams. Music's always important. Or if you love the sound of outside, like listen to the birds or, anything that you find super relaxing. That's kind of what we're looking for here, is just kind of paint and blend your worries away. I mean, this is so incredibly easy for anybody to do. Even if it's kind of intimidating, because I know everybody wants to have this like beautiful piece of artwork come out every time they sit down to do something. Especially the Pinteresters. We always have this idea of like what we want it to turn out like, and it doesn't quite always make it. But that's okay, because I think sometimes we forget that we are just supposed to enjoy what we're doing. Even if it comes out looking like dirt, which in this case, I would be doing a win-win, because flowers need dirt. So you can always wipe off your fingers. I'm just using acrylic craft paint. You can pretty much use your water-soluble paints. If you have I think it's tempera paint around the house. It's what a lot of kids use for their paint. Acrylics are fine. They do come off your hands. A little soap and water. Be careful of other stuff around you, though, because it can stain things. So I would say make sure you're wearing some crummy clothing, unless you have an old shirt or a painting apron or a smock or anything like that. Just try and be careful. Because when you're relaxing, you want to be having fun with this. Sorry guys, my cute little baby boy, my dog, decided to come in here and chew his bone because he heard mom talking. So bear with me on that one. It would be much louder for me to try and shoo him out of here. He is my little pit bull. We rescued him about 5 years ago. And maybe I can get him to pop his head in here in a little bit in the video. But sweet little thing. He just needs a lot of attention. So I sit down to do some art and it's like his free-for-all. He's got to come make noise and distract and whatever he can do. But I find him so cute. So I'll make do. Hope y'all can do. Okay, so I got some green in the background. I just want to swoosh a little bit of sky in there. And like I said, don't be afraid. You know, like I just squirted that straight down on my paper. A little too much, but what are you going to do? Don't be afraid to do that. Like if you just kind of want to go with that flow, just squirt it on your paper. Just go for it. Like it's finger painting, guys. Have fun. Oop, painted all kinds of stuff in here. That's all right. As long as my pages, if you do have a spiral like I do, your pages can stick together. So just make sure after this page is like started to dry that you just kind of pick it up and separate it from the pages underneath. So that way your pages aren't going to like rip and they won't like dry together or anything. So I want pink flower there and a pink, whoop, way too much. So we're gonna have to add a pink flower over here now, and I still have way too much. See guys, that's what happens. Don't follow my footsteps. Like you guys be a little cleaner, be a little more planned than I am. Although that was quite fun. And you know what, I may be okay on paint. Because I'm gonna for sure want to add another layer of petals. And it's kind of fun too, because if you let your acrylic dry, while it is still quite heavy and thick like this, kind of like if you use a palette knife or anything, you get, I can't remember what the technique of it is called. I think it's impasto or something, but you get the texture of the paint. Like you actually get to see it in like these cool little ridges and stuff like that. So that would be very, very cool to see. There we go. That's a little truer to color. And like I said, you can do whatever you want. I just chose this flower photo, you know, this other one I had painted earlier in the year. And I just did it as inspiration. This one definitely does not look anything like it now. But it was a nice, like, fun start for just color choices and whatnot. And that's all this is. This is just about having fun. Just kind of being free, relaxing, letting yourself go. Doesn't have to be super detailed. You basically decide when it's done. You know, if you want to keep going because you feel that it needs more, then you go right on ahead. You keep going till you feel like it is at its mark. Can make that one smaller. Those are further back. All right. Now I am going to, I think I'm going to add some light pink to one of these. maybe to this one back here. And we'll do maybe like a light purple to this one. And you know what? We're just testing too, so it's okay if some things don't work out. If you wanted to see if the colors look good together, you could always take a separate sheet of paper, not the painting you're actually working on, and you could actually blend them together on that other page and see what you think of it. If you just needed to like test and see what you thought of it. Sometimes you can get some really, really cool results from that. Because then if they don't work out, you're a little less afraid because it's not the piece that you've been spending all this time on. So you can get a little more creative and try different colors that maybe normally you wouldn't pick or normally you wouldn't put together or anything like that. Oop, guess I had some green in there that wasn't dry yet. That's okay. It's going to happen. Okay, let's see if we can get a better idea. Colors are actually super vibrant. The camera is just not really picking them up. It is still super wet though, but that's okay. I want to lighten up my sky a little bit because I put down kind of a bold color and that happens sometimes. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of white down, just the teeny tiniest bit, and there I go, overdoing it. So you know what happens? I will absolutely use this white to make lighter greens. So you can take a palette knife or a spoon or a little fork or anything you have, and you just scrape it up, and it picks it up just like that. Okay, so now it's over on my palette. And now I can go back over and pick up a little bit more as I need it. But now I can go back through and lighten parts of the sky. Picked up some pink too. Like I said, it's all wet, you know. Especially when you're laying down such thick paint, it's going to stay wet for a little while. So just be mindful that when you are finger painting, you might want to avoid areas if you don't want colors to kind of smear, as we said in another video, smear together. Definitely want some more dark green over here. And I do hope you guys are trying to enjoy yourselves when you're doing this. Like, I want you to be having a good time. It's not supposed to be something stressful. Quite the opposite. It's something that I just want you to feel very free when you're doing. No pressure. Let your day-to-day stress go. Give yourself a break. You know, just unwind for a little bit. That's all that this is about. So we're getting to the end of our time. I will probably finish this, but I just wanted you guys to see how you can finger paint to use as a relaxation technique. Please check out the Facebook and Instagram at Absconding Arts. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. Take care, guys. Bye.